You're not a quitter. You've planned the reset. This is a marathon, not a sprint. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome back to another hashtag Run For Not From. And it looks like a dreary day, but it's quite the opposite. It's about 5:30 a.m. and if I didn't get out for the run now, it would have been very hard later on. So I've got a busy day, but also it's going to be very hot today. Could hit 36 degrees, so we need to get it done early this morning. But for those of you joining us, this is week 22 of hashtag Run For Not From, and this channel is all about running for our problems, not from them. And each week we talk about a different topic, a different area, something I'm interested in. So maybe it's a problem that I'm having, maybe not, maybe it's some experience that I can hopefully pass on to you. But it's all about wellness, it's all about strength, it's about clarity, running for our problems and not from them. And this week we're talking about something that the hustle culture won't talk about too much, because they're definitely doing it. And that is the importance of a reset week, because even a race car needs pit stops. We need to stop now and again to make sure that we're performing at our best. And we need to forgive ourselves for having that break, because we're not quitters. We're in this for the long haul, okay? We're not just doing it on a whim. We've planned for it, we deserve it, and we're going to come back stronger. In this hustling culture, we have been told that the grind and the hustle can't ever stop. And the truth is, it has to eventually, whatever it might be. The grind will stop, the hustle will end. And it's important that you take control of that end rather than crashing out, because taking a reset is much less costly than burnout and crash out, because that affects your momentum. A reset is positive for your momentum. You come back from your day, your 3 days, your week off, and you hit the ground running and you move forward, and the momentum that you finish with is still with you. Whereas burnout, you're recovering, you feel sluggish, out of ideas, creative block, motivation and discipline block, and that's not what we want. We want to drive forward through our reset week. I used the analogy of race cars earlier, that they need pit stops. But I'm also going to use elite athletes. So they plan their rest as much as they plan their workouts. And these are men and women who are performing at the highest level of their particular sport or discipline. And we're not doing the same. We're not doing it for our business. We're not doing it for our life. We're not doing it for our minds. And that's crazy. I was speaking to my parents recently about the importance of rest, because my mum seems to be working out every single day now. That's amazing. She's got the problem that not many people have, which might be over-exercise. And I said to her, because she's a big tennis fan and she's a big Roger Federer fan, and I said, Roger Federer used to take 2-hour naps a day, every day. He used to go home at midday and sleep for 2 hours, then go back to it. And then other elite athletes, she's a Liverpool fan, Mo Salah will have weeks off in the summer holiday. He'll change his training up and he'll make sure he's ready to go when the season starts. And you need to hold yourself to the same level of standard, because maybe you're not performing at the same level as them, but you've only got one body like them. So why aren't we valuing our bodies as much as they value theirs? Looking at my own life and understanding what I'm not very good at and appreciating what I am good at is, I'm very good at programming good rest into my physical recovery and my physical training. At the point of filming this, I've just finished a 3-day deload where I did no weightlifting whatsoever. Did stretching, did walking, but that's about it, nothing else. And I've always been very good at that with my training. I think it's because when I was younger, I watched and listened to a lot of high-level competitive athletes, both in the bodybuilding sphere, in the CrossFit sphere, and everything like that. And they showed the importance of rest weeks, deload weeks, and how it's really positive for your training. And I have to say, I'm really, really good at that. And I appreciate that I'm good at that. What I'm bad at is taking rest in other terms, from work, from life, and going on holiday. Case in point with my job at the moment, I get a really good holiday allowance, and I have not used pretty much any of it so far. And we're in the month of August, you know? So there's been month after month after month where I'm not taking any holiday. And it's because I felt fine and fresh, but really, I should have been doing that, planning for my recovery rather than waiting for burnout, which is what I feel like I'm doing. I'm waiting to hit rock bottom, which I really, really shouldn't. So if I were to listen to my own advice, what would I be doing actively? So, I mean, firstly, with your training, every 8 weeks, I like to have 3 days to 5 days completely off weightlifting, because that is usually the most central nervous busting, you know what I mean? It really gets that delayed onset muscular soreness, and it really can carry you down. Cardio like this, because it's at a lovely slow pace and gradual, and my heart rate's very controlled. Maybe I'd still do this on a rest week, but that's completely up to you. You got to sort of find that. And what I'm going to start doing, and the promise to myself, and this is sort of that pinky promise to myself, is every quarter, so January, February, March, the last week of every quarter, I'm going to book the office holiday. Whether that's where I go away or I just have a reset, but I need to do that. And if you're in the UK, you can probably do the same. I know in the US, your holiday privileges are not as good as they are in the UK, but your salaries sort of make up for that. So checks and balances, literally. But that's my little bit of advice for that fitness and maybe wellness reset as well. So let's go on to my 5 little tips that I want to give you to make sure that we are building momentum when we come back from a rest and not breaking it. And I think it starts with number 1, which is scheduling your rest in advance. This is sort of a twofold thing. If it's in the diary, you look forward to it, you plan for it, and you maybe even increase your intensity the week leading up to it. And you feel more disciplined, motivated, and productive, and you get more done. And you leave yourself in a position when you come back to go, yeah, you're already thinking about it subconsciously. It's not stressing you out, but you are thinking about things on that rest week. And then when you come back, you've got those fresh ideas, and that's really, really important. Secondly, decide what off means to you. Does that mean you're not training? Does that mean you're not running? Does that mean you're not swimming? Does that mean you're not answering emails? Whatever it may be, what is off to you? Thirdly, I've said this in previous videos, do things that fuel you. Do things that fill your cup up and not drain you. That might even be with the people that fill you up and not the people that drain you. And that's really important for an off week as well. Fourth, and this one can be a difficult one for some people, and that's resist the guilt of taking a week off. It's okay. You're not a machine, you're a human being. We laugh, we cry, we bleed. Take that time, for goodness sake, and don't beat yourself up. Fifth and final, and that is, before you start your rest week, your deload week, whatever you want to call it, reflect. Reflect on the time you've had. Reflect on the time you're going to have. Think about it productively, and that'll sort of give you a nice layout for your mind to follow in that rest. One thing I've just got to add completely off topic for this video is, what a beautiful morning. It has been so nice getting up that hour earlier and getting this in, because I feel like I'm the only person in the world right now. I haven't seen anyone, not a car, not a soul. As I say that, a car comes around the corner, ruining the illusion that I've been creating. But I'm running currently on country lanes, and usually these streets are absolutely covered in trucks and cars like that. And today that's been the first one, which has been lovely. If there's ever another idea about getting up early in the morning and doing something for you, it's just having all this space to yourself, having all this time and this freedom. That present company excluded. Now it's time for one of my favourite segments of the video, which is the quickfire run reflections. And if you're new to the channel, what these are is 1 to 5 sort of questions that I want you to think about. Don't answer out loud, don't Google, don't speak to a friend about them. Maybe you can leave them in the comments, but just think about them reflectively. Maybe you want to pause the video after each one or write each question down. It's completely up to you. But let's start with question number 1, which is, when was the last time I genuinely gave myself permission to rest? Just take the week, take the day, you know, take that hour of rest and give it back to myself. When was the last time you did that? Question number 2, how would I work if I planned for recovery rather than just waiting for burnout? You're not waiting just to die, you're not waiting just to have no energy and lack any sort of output. What if you planned the rest? How would you work? This one's very personal for you. Number 3, what are your signs that you're overdue a rest? Do you get snappy with people, your loved ones, your colleagues? Does your performance drop? Do you get weaker? Do you gain weight? Do you lose weight? Do you get bad skin? What is it? Because your body responds to stress and overwork in so many different ways. So how do you know when you're reaching peak sort of efficiency? And 4th and final question, can I trust myself to really take a week off to better myself? Do you trust yourself? You're gonna turn that phone off? You're gonna mute those WhatsApps, those emails? You're gonna take the time to properly recover? Are you gonna do activities that help your mind and your body relax and recover? Can you? Do you believe in yourself? Before we conclude this video and end with this week's quote of #run for not from week 22, I just want to say thank you, because this run is my reset. It's my time to vent, it's my time to talk, it's my time to be in the outdoors and be with my own thoughts and sort of express and vent my feelings to the world. And I appreciate the journey that we are on and the people who've subscribed and liked and supported me so far. So please do, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, leave a comment, tag me at Nathan Shaw Life, and use my hashtag, which is #run4notfrom. But without further ado, let's go to the quote of the week. And that concludes this week's #run4notfrom week 22, where we were talking about the resets, taking the week off, taking that time to reset your mind and your body. But we need to do the quote of the week. And this week it comes from Stephen Covey, who wrote 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And he said, sometimes the most productive thing you can do is relax. Let me know what you think.